So I thought I'd talk for just a minute about this divorce that I'm going through. Because I'm sure, just like I found some relatable advice through here, other people might relate to me. So I was married for 10 years. I got married young. I was 21, barely, like 3 days, 21. Already had a baby. He was 8 weeks old at our wedding. And I remember feeling like my marriage was temporary from the beginning. Like that I wasn't going to make it. And I didn't know what that feeling was. I just thought it was cold feet, but it kind of manifested itself for the next 10 years. And here we are 10 years later going through a divorce. So he didn't really start this process. I guess it was more so me, because I was always looking for someone else because I didn't know how to be loved or how to accept love from somebody. And so while he was fighting for me, I was pushing him away. But I never truly accepted happiness. I left the good guy. I left the guy that everybody looks at and is like, that's a dad. That's a husband. That's how it's supposed to be. He did the dishes. He cleaned the house. He took the kids to school. He worked all day. He made good money. He supported us. Yeah, we had our problems, but he was the good guy. So I'm here to tell you, it's okay to leave the good guy. Don't stay because he's the good guy. Leave because he's not the guy for you. Leave because you have to be happy. Because if you don't feel in love, then who cares if he's the good guy? And that is a harsh reality that I'm facing right now, and a lot of scrutiny from a lot of people. But it's okay to leave the good guy. I hope that helps you, because nobody has looked me dead in the eye and say it's okay to leave the good guy.
That was that was your final message. That was the end of it. Shit. My father always told me good guys finish last, and he was absolutely positively correct. I mean, if this is not any more of the perfect example of the fact that nice guys and good guys finish last. I'm sorry. He said nice guys finish last, not good guys. Let me not misquote him. He said nice guys finish last. And this is what y'all get for simping. And it's not his fault, because he did the right thing. He played it correctly the entire time. He married the woman that he wound up getting pregnant. And funny how she didn't understand or couldn't figure out what love or feeling good looked like, but she was okay with getting pregnant. She was okay with marrying. She was okay with taking advantage of him. And from the conversation, it seems as though he was the one that was providing 100% of everything as she sit in her SUV and she's going through a divorce, and she got the baby seat in the back seat and all of this stuff. It doesn't necessarily pay. You don't always get to shake this thing out. And I wonder how much of what it is that he's fought for and accumulated actually ends up in her hands financially. Even though she's sitting here on TikTok and telling you out of her own mouth that from the very minute that she went into it, she said, I do, but she really didn't. Let me say that one more time. She said, I do, but she never did. She never was really interested in seeing this thing through And even though she probably took vows that said till death do us part, it was based off of whatever convenience was happening in her life at that particular time. Sheesh. You know what the worst part about it is? What she probably isn't admitting, that she kind of hit it around, was that she was always looking for something else. Let me rewind this really quickly because she said something that caught my eye. It really caught my eye.
Because I'm sure just like I found some relatable advice through here, other people might relate to me. So I was married for 10 years. I got married young. I was 21, barely.
I'm looking for something here.
3 days, 21. Already had a baby. He was 8 weeks old at our wedding. And I remember feeling like my marriage was temporary from the beginning.
She already went into it with the mindset that this thing is not going to last forever, but we're going to deal with it for now because this is the best thing for me at the moment.
Like that I
That's not what I was looking for. Hold on.
wasn't going to make it. And I didn't know what that feeling was. I just thought it was cold feet, but it kind of manifested itself for the next 10 years. And here we are 10 years later going through a divorce. So.
And she said that she initiated the divorce, but I'm looking for something here.
He didn't really start this process. I guess it was more so me because I was always looking.
It was her.
For someone else because I did.
She was always looking for someone else. Y'all got to listen to the context clues. Let me rewind it for 1 second. We're going to go back 5 seconds. Listen.
It was more so me because I was always looking for someone else because I did.
She probably already had found someone else, and it's a strong possibility. I don't know how true this is, but I'm just going to tell you the real. Listen, dude never cheated, held down his family, made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, took the kids to school. What the hell was she doing this entire time? Worked his ass off, got down to it, took care of his family, and she was always from the very beginning. Had his kids, but was looking for somebody else. What does that mean? That means that even when he married her, she was not his, it was just his turn. She was not his, it was just his turn. And it's not just black women, it's not just Asian women, it's not Hispanic women, it's not just Latino women, it's not just Mexican women, it's not just any demographic of women, it's all women. It's this feminist mindset. When women have the option to choose for themselves, often at times they're going to choose wrong. And they are initiating the divorces, they dividing their families. These are kids. She got kids, which means that the kids are still small. At the very least, the kids, because she says she's been married for 10 years, no kid that she has is older than 10 years old. 10 years old. Breaking up the family, ruining households because she want to chase her happiness. And I'm pretty sure, I'm almost 100% positive that happiness was in the legs of some other dude that probably imprinted on her while her husband was chasing down demons and slaying dragons and taking the kids to school. I'm curious as to what you guys think about this. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Let me know what y'all think. I can't wait to read y'all comments on this one. Oof. That's painful. That is so painful. Talk about crashing out, boy.